going somewhere else.
He might even like this story. We took a cruise through the Panama Canal. And on the celebrity ship, the guy that plans all the events and all that stuff, he says, when we got to Caracas, Venezuela, he says, now when you get off the ship, there's going to be a bunch of people there trying to sell you these Rolex watches, you know, and they look real and they work, but they're not the real thing. So before I got off by your bed, the magazines, $19,000, $25,000 for these watches. So I get off and I look at these watches and I thought, God, these look like the things that are in that magazine. So I go off the ship and I come to the first guy and I said, how much you want for one of them watches? He says, 40 bucks. I'll give you $35 for the watch. So I gave him $35 for the watch. So I'm wearing this watch. And we're sitting around the dinner table. There were 9 of us friends from Hawaii. And I said, would you pass the salt over there? And I hold my watch like this, you know. Like, it's got a Rolex watch, you know. I didn't tell them where I got it and what I paid for it. Well, then they had this talent night. And I got up and told that silly zipper story that you guys have heard about. And everybody was laughing. You're only supposed to tell one story and then get off the stage. Well, I was all wound up. Somebody had given me 2 martinis, and I can handle it, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, are you sure, Paul?
Yeah, and so I said, I know I'm supposed to get off the stage, but you heard about those Rolex watches? I bought one of those watches, so I'm making up this story. So I said, you know, when we went to Caracas, Venezuela, I bought this watch, and I paid $35 for this watch. And when we got to Aruba, which we did, I was just kidding about this. I said, I decided I'm going to have this watch appraised. So I went into this fancy jewelry store and I said, sir, would you appraise this watch for me? How much would you charge me? And he says, 40 bucks. So I said, I give him 40 bucks to appraise the watch. And he looks at the watch. And he says, that's a $35 watch. So I get off the stage and this lady comes over and she says, I can't believe you paid 40 bucks to have a watch appraised. I said, lighten up, lady.
Is he still on it?
True story.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.